Never. Second eyes
Canada. What's with Canada? We got great big cities, but a lot of trees and rocks. Yeah, the winter's cold.
Welcome to the channel. I'm Gerald, and this is Trekking with Taz. Today we are returning to the Blueberry Lake area for 3 days and 2 nights in some of the most beautiful country you'll ever see. It's a long uphill grunt up to Blueberry Lake, and in 30+ degree temperatures, it was a little hard on a man. You can read online that this trail has some extremely muddy portions on it and that people just hate it, but personally, yeah, it's muddy in places, but I don't find it much different than any of the other trails I go on. These trails that aren't completely curated, where there's boardwalks and everything, you will encounter that, and you just have to be prepared for it. Today we're only going to go as far as the lake and set up camp, although we have lots of time to do some stuff. I felt like I maybe had heat stroke. I was dizzy and didn't have any balance, and I didn't feel all that great. So we just got to the lake and went out and cooled down in the water and sat around and enjoyed the afternoon. Because this area takes a little bit of work to get to, it doesn't get a lot of visitors. For the 3 days I was there and a long weekend, had it all to myself. And that includes hundreds of kilometers of trail, because from Blueberry Lake you can go by trail to Kakwa through the Wilmore Wilderness, and out the other direction you can go to Mount Robson, you go to Moose River route, you can go out the Mayette to Jasper, or you can go out the north boundary to the east side of Jasper. So there's lots of options and tons of miles of trail back there. Let's have a look at day 1 on the trail.
Here we are at the Blueberry Lake Trailhead, and we are prepped. For those that don't know, porcupines will eat your brake lines. For those that have had it happen, they know what I'm doing. So the chicken wire should keep them out, rocks to hold it down, and hopefully all things are good when we come back in a couple of days. So let's go see what's up there. Just down the road a few feet is the start of the trail. As if you watch any of my other videos that I've done, you'll know that. We probably won't video much between here and the top, as we've done a couple of videos on this now. So here goes. Right away, see what this looks like. It's probably going to be like this a long ways. Nobody's been in trail clearing, and this is why we need trail clearing and why we lose trails. It doesn't take much of this to turn people back, and then the trail just overgrows and goes back to nature. The first part's behind us, but that's where we come from. And I guess this is where we're going. You have to get up there around those mountains that you can see back there. That's where we're headed. Exactly the spot I can't really tell, because I can't tell what mountains those are, but back in there anyway. We've come up a little higher. It's that valley down in there, that's where we're parked. Those are the mountains just on the other side of the valley from us. And you can just see one of the mountains I'm heading to, just breaking through the trees. That's where we're headed. We've come a little bit further and up closer to those ridges. Follow this creek for a while. Yeah, we're just about out to the mountains here. Still got a little ways to go, but yeah, finally up out of the timber, which is pretty nice. So, yeah. Anyway, looking good. Yeah, we're just coming into the Blueberry Valley. You can see the tail end of the lake there. supposed to reach 28 today, and I feel like it maybe even surpassed that. She was a tough haul up the mountain. Even the horseflies were too tired to bite hard. Whew. But we got about another 5 minutes to where I want to camp. And if nobody's there, that's where I'll camp. And if somebody's there, I got another spot that I like, so check them out. There's nobody down below, so anybody that would be there would be on the GDT. And not very likely with the fires that they managed to get this far since it just got lifted down there, but we'll see. A little look around before we set up camp here. We'll have a quick look at the lake and figure out where the nicest place to set my tent is. I want to be close to the lake here this time, so find a spot nice and close in here. There's the lake. Very nice. Oh, here's my setup. I don't know if I ever videoed before. So this is a Durston X-Mint 2P solid. Not the best of pitches, but I'm a little tight for space, but it'll do. And inside, Rab sleeping bag, thermarest, and see the sky pillow. So that's how we're living. Getting later in the evening and just wander down to the end of the lake. Noticing the mountain peeking over the ridge there. First I thought it was Mount Robson, but it looks shaped oddly to be Mount Robson, so I'm not sure what it is. Maybe tomorrow when I get up on the ridges I'll be able to have a better look and figure it out. But pretty neat to see that anyway. There'll be a sunset soon. We'll go to the other end of the lake and try and get some pictures of it. Pretty special little spot here, this one. Evening view from the other end of the lake. Thought the others might want to see this. And it's very, very beautiful. One last little look around. I think we're going to call it a night early tonight. It was so hot today, it just drained you. But tomorrow is another day. Lots to see. We're going to go up on those ridges up there. Through up in the back. Go look at BESS and CHOWN. Maybe find a peak to climb up and get a better view. For tonight, that's it. See you tomorrow.
Good morning. It's day 2 up on Blueberry Lake. And today we're going to get up and do a little hike up above the lake, up into the mountains, and try and get some views of Mount BESS, Mount CHOWN, BESS Pass, get a little bit of a view of the Blueberry Mountain and of Jackpine Mountain, and just hope to see a whole bunch up there. Initially, all things were really good as we were hiking up. There was some decent views. The weather was great. And then about 11 o'clock in the morning, the smoke came in. I'm not sure from where, but it certainly hampered the views. There was literally next to no views. We got some pictures and some video, but you really can't see much. I had a little nap up in the mountains, waiting for the smoke to clear, or hoping it would clear, but when I woke up it was even worse, so made the trek down off of the mountain, back to camp, hung around camp for a few hours, and then the smoke dissipated, so I went down into Jackpine Pass and checked out some lakes down there. So let's have a look at the day.
Good morning. Day 2. I was up a couple hours ago, but still tired, so I went back to sleep for a couple hours. So it's a little later in the morning now. A little later than I planned on, but I was tired. Beautiful in that direction. Fairly dark and overcast this way. Not sure. Forecast wasn't for rain, but it's supposed to be sun today. Tomorrow wasn't going to be as nice, but we'll get some breakfast in us and a tea, and then we'll make a decision what we're going to do. It's beautiful that way. Okay, we're off to do a little bit of exploring. A rainstorm blew in. We sat it out for 20 minutes or so. Now we're going to head up onto the ridge, have a look around. Just up the valley a little bit here. Sky is clearing behind us, so hopefully it's going to be good. It's getting warm already. Took the other shirt off. So let's head up this ridge. That's Jackpine Flats down there. We were all over that, all the way up to the base of Mount Holmes last year. Walked over all those peaks over there. That's a little better view of where we were last year. That's Jackpine Flats down below. And we started up on a ridge over there, and we followed ridges all the way around, across that ridge, across there. And I'm just trying to think, that might be Holmes there. If it is, we dropped over behind it. Be able to see more when we get up there, but I think that's Holmes with the snow on it. And we went through a shelf and then dropped down to some lakes on the other side, and then circled around, come back down to the flats. It was a long day, but it was pretty cool. We've taken pictures and videos from this lookout before, but it's always worth looking at. I don't think that is Mount Robson, that, like I was saying yesterday. I think that's it in the distance back there. When I put the video together, I will see if I can make that. But I see what looks like Robson Glacier going up to that one. I mean, it looks smaller, but it's quite a ways in the distance, so pretty sure. Anyway, here's where we're at right now. Rather large marmot just run across in front of me. He's sitting on that rock over there. You probably can't see it with this, but we'll see if we can get close. One of the larger ones I've seen. That's him, just sitting on that rock there. I don't know if you can see it with the GoPro. It's a little tough. There he went. There's a much better view. Jackpine Flats. Those lakes, there's two there, and then there's one over the other ridge. We saw them last year when we were up on the ridge. So this is Jackpine Mountain over here. Went up in a ridge and behind it, followed it up to that one, across all of those ones, and then down, and then we went back in there, and that's no doubt Holmes Mountain. We went up through the saddle by Holmes and then dropped down into the lakes back there. Walk for days up there. You only ever come as far as Blueberry Lake and you just wanted to walk around for views, you get up on them ridges and walk forever. Okay, we're up a ways now. I'm going to carry on. Go get us a view of CHOWN and BESS. Pretty decent view of Blueberry Lake. That little clove of trees there, grove of trees, is where my tent is sitting, back in there. And up over that ridge is where we're headed. We just crested another little high point. Have a look around. And we're going to go up and through there. And when we pop over, we'll be able to see BESS and CHOWN. Definitely a little smoky, but that's BESS right there. CHOWN just around the corner. We'll be there shortly. Nice. Yeah, due to the smoke, the views of CHOWN and BESS, they're not the best. Hopefully wind will clear the smoke out. We'll get better views. Meantime, we're gonna keep looking for a little better vantage point. I was thinking of going part way up on that ridge, but some steep cliff banks. I can get up on the ledge up there after that. It's out of my league, but we'll see. Crested the first little knoll back here. See people in here, of course. There's the lakes down in there. Jackpine Flats. Couple tarns back there. And I see there's one up here we'll probably go to after. It's unfortunate we're in a position to get some good views. And for sure that mountain further back is Mount Robson. I'll find the name of this peaky one here. I'm sure I knew it at one time, but I don't now. The BESS and CHOWN over there and the smoke. It's unfortunate. Really smoky back that way. Don't know where all that smoke is coming from. We crested that little bit of a ridge. We could still go a little bit higher for sure, but I don't know that the views would be any better in this smoke. That's unfortunate, because BESS and CHOWN are pretty interesting. Yeah, I could get up a little further. Like I said, there's no view. To get to the top for the best view, I need a helicopter. Very nice. Moved a little further on around the ridge just to see what things are like. See, I could get part way up there, but I don't know if I could get up far enough to get the view that I'd want anyway. Anyway, we'll wander around here a little more. Got lots of time just to look it over. Then probably go over there and climb on that ridge a bit. When you get up on these ridges here, just a ton of shale up here. That's all it really is. Easy to walk on. Moved a little further down the ridge. See all the glaciers up there. I believe it's all part of Rest Haven. But these are getting interesting. Hopefully when we get a really good vantage point, the smoke clears a little bit. Get some decent pictures. We'll head over to that ridge over there. Now work our way around, go down to that tarn and have a look at it. Yeah. Just cresting this little ridge here. Jackpine River or Creek is down below here. Let's have a little look around. See what our view is like from here. Probably as far as we're going to go. You don't know that the view would be any better over there because we're higher here. We've dropped down to those tarns now. We'll go around them and then climb that ridge above. But it's a pretty neat little spot in here. You could certainly camp in here. Sheltered, great views. Kind of interesting. Carry on. Just about around the first tarn. Just thought the view's a little different from here, so it's too bad about the smoke. It's pretty nice in here, but because of the smoke, the videoing and the pictures just aren't going to show it for what it is. Pretty interesting, though. Casting up over the other side past the tarns, that's the view you get. Not too shabby. Come up a little ways from the tarns. See, there's more than the two. Nice. The smoke's lifted just a little bit. We're starting to get a bit of a view. I don't think it's going to be great, but something anyway. I think we just got this one little band of rocks to navigate to reach the peak of this little ridge and be as good a view as I'm going to get today, I guess. Yeah, 5 minutes, we'll be up there. Made it to the top of that little ridge, but it looks like we need to go up there to hit the peak of that little piece there. I would say these are sub-mountains of Jackpine, which is over there. We definitely ain't going up there. We might hit that other peak though. But for now, let's have a little look around. See Blueberry Lake down below there. Mountain tarns just down below me here. BESS, CHOWN. Smoke is our nemesis here. So much to see. Okay, let's go to that next little high point and we'll call it for climbing. Well, I'm up on what I thought was the next highest peak, and then I see that one over there just below Jackpine. So we're this far. We're gonna go over and we'll get up on that one and take some pictures, some smoky pictures. I'm guessing these must be from a marmot, I don't know. May have become dinner for the grizzlies up in this high country. Okay, made it to the highest point of this ridge line here, and to see somebody else agreed. That would be Jackpine there. Some of those lakes that are in Jackpine Flats. See the one little pond off the Blueberry from here, but that's it. BESS in behind that mountain. CHOWN over here. These under smoke. Too bad. Oh well, we're here. I laid back and had a little snooze for 20 minutes or half an hour. And man, did the smoke roll in while I was snoozing. Holy. It's like a nuclear fallout. Well, that's not cool. I was hoping it was going to clear up. It looked like it might. We're coming down off of that ridge. I'm going to work our way in around this one on the other side and go down. There's no sense sitting up here in this smoke. We'll go down. There's a creek down below and make some lunch down there. Doesn't look like there's going to be any view up here anytime soon. Don't know where the smoke just all of a sudden come from, because we were good. We've worked our way over this little boulder ridge here. Back head down the way we come from. We're not quite on the trail we come up on, but we'll figure it out here shortly once we can see. The smoke is crazy. Yuck. Found me a beautiful little lunch spot. Fresh water, coming down fairly fast. Perfect. Oh, cooking a little noodle soup up here. This little spot. It's getting hot. The sun must be breaking through all that smoke. Maybe the smoke's going to clear, I don't know. We're a long ways down now. Just hasn't been much to look at. But those lakes that we looked at before look pretty interesting back there. I don't know, if the sky clears later, I might wander down into the flats and go up to them. But as long as it's smoky, there's no point. But I'm looking. Dropping down into our little valley. She's smoky. I don't know if there's any hope of it burning off or blowing out of here today or not, but it's not good right now anyway. Back to camp. No signs of visitors in here. We may have another night to ourselves. Very peaceful. Well, that was a decent day. It's just too bad that the smoke had to come in. We'd have done a lot more up there. Oh well. Well, the smoke has decided to lift quite a bit. It's a little hazy, but not bad. So we're going to head down to Jackpine Flats and look around down there a bit. Yeah, you can see these mountains again. You couldn't even hardly see them. And there's still some smoke around, but it's much better. Just heading down into Jackpine Flats now. And we'll have to cross the creek at the bottom and find our way up to those lakes that I want to get to. But it's not too smoky anymore, so that's kind of nice. A good look around. And where we're going, I think, is right over those hills. I think that's where the lake is. Well, there's two lakes there. We never checked them out last time we were here. We didn't have time to do any more than we did, so today's the day. Conditions are good. Let's see what the creek crossing's like down here, and then carry on. Okay, we're across the creek. Find the Great Divide Trail, and then we'll venture off it. But we were up on those ridges earlier today. Right there. And over the back part of them. So, let's see if we can find them lakes. We're up into a little chute of boulders here. I don't know if that is where the lake is over there, or one of the two lakes, or if it's up here. But I think we're going to go up to the left and see what we can see Save going through all those boulders. Check it out anyway. Yeah, makes sense to me. Yeah, we're a little far back. There's a deep gorge here. I know the lakes are between the gorge and the flats, so we'll just keep working our way up. We'll eventually see them. Small piece of country between the two hills, so two mountains, so should be able to find them easy enough. We're getting to the top end of that rock chute, boulder chute. I expect the lakes to be just over the top from there. Just can't be any further than that. Whew. Kind of neat in here though. Okay, there's the two lakes. That's what we were looking for. Interesting. Now to figure out how to get around it, because I don't want to walk a boulder field for an hour. So we'll see what it looks like when I get here. We're at the second lake now, and it's a pretty interesting little place. Yeah, keep looking. Well, this end of the lake is pretty scenic. You have the mountains there in the background. You have a nice little spot. Probably a little windy, but lots of flat spots for a tent if you wanted to. Over here, over there. Yeah, there's lots of flat spots. I said probably a little windy, but other than that, it's pretty nice. Stepped over the top and there's one more small tarn kind of just below Jackpine Mountain here. We'll go around it, find a way out of here. Sky's cleared up lots. It's my lucky afternoon. I'm going to climb our way out of this little valley here with all the lakes in it and work our way over that little bit of a hump there and back down to Jackpine Flats. That will be our little trek for today. You know, that's where we came from. And this is where we're headed. The GDT trail was at the base of this mountain, Jackpine Mountain, so we'll work our way down the draw, pick up the trail at some point. Should be good. Our view going home isn't too shabby. Said we're at the base of Jackpine, and we're a little ways over from the GDT. We'll pick it up. The view is great. Not in a hurry to get home, that's for sure. How's this for a neat little piece of creek here? Kind of wild. Nice swimming pool hole right there. That's the country we come from. And that's the country we're headed to. Lots to look at. We have met up with the GDT again, so we'll follow it. It's just don't want to beat down too much of the vegetation around here, so we'll stay on the route now that we're back over in this side of the valley. Wow, it's cleared up pretty nice. Looked across the creek again. It's very white. I would expect there's a lot of calcium in there, but Just a guess, don't know for a fact, but it's kind of neat to see the white on the rocks over there too. Very, very interesting. We're just about back to the other end of Jackpine Flats. Across that creek, down here at the rocks, and head back up to camp. And that will be Saturday's day. Sure turned out to be a beautiful afternoon. Wow. Well, goodbye Jackpine Valley. Probably last time we'll see you this year. And I'll head up to Blueberry Lake. Coming back into camp from Jackpine Flats, and the sky is perfect again. Too late to go back up on the mountains, but oh well, it's gonna be nice evening. Close to sunset. Beautiful, beautiful evening. Wish it had been like that when I was up on top of the mountains today. But we'll take the good. It's not bad earlier. Beauty. Yeah, sun's just gonna set. And we'll probably head off to bed right after it does.
Good morning. It's day 3 of our trek up to Blueberry Lake. This morning we're going to get up early, have something to eat, break camp, and get an early start out while it's cool. It's so hot up there the days I was up there. Just wanted to get moving before it got too hot in the day. There won't be a ton of video from the day as we've done this trip a few times and this video is already out there, but a little bit of video going down, and that'll be the end of our trek into Blueberry. So let's have a look at day 3.
Good morning. Day 3, probably about 5:45, and a beautiful morning. We're pulling stuff out of the tent. We're gonna pack up and head today. There's supposed to be rain later this afternoon, and we've seen most of what we set out to do, and it's been a couple of days, so rather than wait until we get all wet, we're gonna head home today. We'll get organized here, have something to eat, some tea, and pack up the pack and start heading down. Well, the going's good. See some smoke coming in already, so I expect by 11 in the morning again it'll be smoky anyway, so can even smell a little bit of it in the air. So yeah, so I'll have some tea, some breakfast, and we'll get going here. Okay, we're ready to leave. Pack's packed. Beautiful, beautiful morning. See how that goes. What a special long weekend. I had the whole place to myself. Not another soul. Don't expect that on a long weekend, really. But it was great. Nice and quiet, peaceful. And now we'll leave it to the next people to come here. We're heading off towards those mountains over there. Be a view for a little bit, but not for long, and then we'll be dropping down into the timber. So let's get on with this day. And we're on our way. Packs are on. Beautiful little morning. Sun hasn't broken over yet, so it's still a little cooler, which we appreciate. Good walk out. Hopefully it's an uneventful little trek out. Yeah, pretty special little place up here. Pretty privileged to have it to myself. But that's where we're headed, right down to the base of those mountains there. You can see as we're dropping down that it's pretty nice down there. but you can also see there's some smoke over those ridges. So yeah, I think a few hours, you even see a bit of a haze down in the valley. In a few hours, this is going to be pretty smoky up here, I think, again, as the day progresses. We're down to one of the meadows. I would say we're over halfway down now. Hard to say. But it's staying cool. It's nice. Can make some time coming down. So onward. The mountains are getting a lot closer. They're across the other side of the homes from where my vehicle is. But they're a tidy stretch closer than they were this morning. We got to get down into that notch down there. We'll go through the timber and work our way down into that notch. And that's where the chariot awaits. The last sort of viewpoint we will get before we drop into that timber. I'll get a little bit of it on video. So we're going to start dropping into the timber and then we'll start switch back and back down. Let's do this. Well, we are out. Blueberry Pass Rec Trail. So, for the 3 days I was up there, I never saw a soul, but I just met a couple, maybe 100 meters up the trail here. They're just heading in to do section G. And they were talking about there's a big fire at Lauren Lake, so they can't do the Perseverance route, so they're going to go down the Jackpine. But that's the first people I've seen or talked to. And I don't see a vehicle here, so they were dropped off here by somebody. Oh no, there's another vehicle back there. Anyway, here's my vehicle. We're back.
Thanks for joining me on my long weekend up at Blueberry Lake and the area surrounding it. As you've seen by now, this is a very visually stunning area, even if it is a little work to get to. This is an area I've been to 3 times now, but I will return again. There's just so much to see and not enough time to see it all, so I'll just keep returning and check a different area out each time. I hope you enjoyed coming along in this one, and do return for the next one. I've got exciting things planned for the next one. Bye now.